What's going on, guys? Hope you're all doing well. This is a video that I recorded the other day from an online stream. I did share a short of it, you might have seen it or reel. I thought I'd share the complete race. It's only a 5-lap race, but it was pretty good. As you can see, we've just started off at a typical online start. We have a couple of Red Bulls taking each other out. But yeah, as I say, the reason I wanted to share this is just purely because the person racing in P2, who's D1 for this stream, or this video, I just want to really praise how good a race that we kind of drove together, the pair of us, and how much of a clean race we had and how much I enjoyed the race. And it's what online racing is about. We generally just had a good one-to-one battle, but as I say, we're going round into turn 13 right now, and I am about 0.4 of a second into the first lap away from him. Both drivers pretty clean as it stands right now, coming into turn 16 and 17, round to 18, 19, and then 20. There's quite a lot of silly little corners in this track. They just got, every single one of them seems to have a number as we come into 22, 23 and 24. It's the same. D1 was driving pretty hard, and I generally sometimes online struggle to keep up with some of these people, but in this race we just seem to be on par with each other and both wanted to just prove to have a pretty clean race. As D1 hits the wall, so we've got a little bit of a run coming down start finish straight coming up into turn 1 where we're right in his gearbox. Will we get him at this corner? Will we get alongside him? And we both brake late, both drivers, and we're leaving enough space, and we give him the space and let him go. And as he runs wide into turn 3 and 4, coming into turn 4 now, and again both drivers giving each other the room to race as we come round into turns 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. I love it, this track. Both drivers run a little bit wide. We are sort of racing down again into turn 13, but we're still pretty close to each other, and this is kind of how it stood for the next few laps. This is pre-update at patch 1.08 as well, by the way, so the game, as the handling feels a little bit different, and we are sort of, I feel like the handling for myself personally, being on a Logitech G920, is a little bit better and a bit more balanced. The pedals seem to be a little bit more or less sensitive, and I'm not able to spin the car as well. But I'm enjoying the actual new update. I haven't tried it with the AI yet. That is something to come. I've just been concentrating a bit of online racing because I want to get a bit quicker, and it's the way you sort of get quicker at these games. So as you come into turn 27, and I've overshot the apex a little bit on that one, and we've sort of lost a little bit of time, but we're still within 0.6, and I think we do get the DRS activated now. So we haven't got DRS. I think I was using a little bit of ERS at one point, and we've overshot the corner and gone a bit deep into turn 1 and 2, and we've lost a little bit of time. We're back to a second behind D1 now, but we started to put a couple of corners together again and sort of hold him at that second, or just under the second, so we can get DRS. We'd nearly run a little bit wide, probably on the track limits. We overcut the corner there. That's the problem with that little complex of corners at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. You don't get it right, you're gonna mess one of them corners up. On turn 13, I don't have the confidence to run fully wide, and I do lose a little bit of pace there. But then when we come in to 16 and 17, I always seem to gain a little bit of pace. I've got the confidence there in the car, and the setup seems to work really well. I think did we pick the DRS up? We did, yes, we picked the DRS up down into 22 and 23, and we kept him within that 0.6, 0.7. We should get DRS again, as we do, running down into 27. As I say, this is classed as 26. And then we get tight, and we do overrun in that corner again. But we managed to get DRS and managed to hold on to a D1 as we come down into start finish, and we get a fairly good run as we come braking late, getting right behind him. and we're now pushing on into the next set of comments with D1 running wide again. Gives me a chance to get right behind him, but as most people know, this track is quite a hard track to overtake in, and it becomes very difficult. But I decided I'd keep a bit of patience and just sit behind him and keep it clean and keep it together. Pushing down into turn 13, and we still are very, very close to D1. We are within 0.2 of a second behind him, and let's say keeping it very tight, right behind him, putting him under every single bit of pressure, seeing if he can make a mistake. But D1 is keeping it very, very tidy and very, very clean. And again into the little chicane, and we've both gone through pretty well. D1 got a little bit of a better run out of that chicane, but we've got the DRS again, and we're pushing down into 22 and 23. And I say I try to keep it clean and try to keep it fast, so we get a good run into the start-finish straight, which is what I was trying to do. I was just trying to keep it together, trying to keep the pressure on, and then knowing that on the start-finish straight I was going to get DRS, and then I could probably get a move on him. So we get a fairly good run. He loses a bit of speed, and we're now got the DRS. We've got the ERS, but we're not using that. We're just purely using DRS, and we're heading into turn 1. As into turn 1, and both players brake really late, but giving plenty of room. A little bit of contact, probably just enough to put him lose a bit of pace, but he's still within 0.6 seconds of me. So it looks like we're going to head into the final lap, and we could have a second place with D1 running very wide on turn 8 and 9, and we are running down into 13, but he is still holding on. And got to be honest, I was a bit nervous, thinking, will he come and jump me? Will he be able to get the run on me into one of the corners? But we managed to pull a little bit of a gap coming into that complex, or where we overshoot a little bit. I think the nerves are getting to us a bit. Luckily the track limits weren't set high for this lobby, so we kind of got away with that. But he has got DRS now running down. Oh, he hasn't got DRS actually, excuse me. Into turns 22, 23, 24 and 25. As we say, he's getting very close now, coming down into the final turn of 27, and he's right behind us. I've just tried to keep it tight, trying to keep it tidy as we push down into the start finish straight, with Alex Carvalho winning the race, and then coming second. We just managed to just keep him behind us. Very clean race, but I say a very good race, and all credit to D1 and how we raced that track, raced that game. He gave a lot of space when we attacked him. Just wanted to share that with you. Hope you like that sort of content. If you do like this sort of content, don't forget to give it a thumbs up or a reaction, maybe even a sub. If you want to see more like this, let me know in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know how you thought the race went. Thanks very much for watching. Over and out.
Thank you.